Hey everyone, it's Krystallee here. Are you consumed by your symptoms and the stress that you have with what you're experiencing? And this is normal for you to be worried or concerned that you're experiencing some physical sensations within your body. Maybe you're experiencing some mental thoughts, some thoughts that are quite disturbing and pretty concerning, and it's kind of spiraling out of control. You don't have a good grasp on it, you don't know how to cope with it. It's taking over your life, it's robbing you of the quality, and it's debilitating you to the point where you're unable to live in a very satisfactory way. And when you start seeing these physical sensations arise, or some of these thoughts that are arising with them, it's really hard when we're in that place of feeling ailments, feeling these problems that we're experiencing, to really be positive. I mean, it's normal for us to give in to them, to feel upset, to feel saddened, feel in distress about them, and really confused about why this is all happening. And I know when I was in a really bad state in my life where I was experiencing one thing after another, I was like, why is there onslaught of these things happening? What is going on with my body? And I didn't really have very good coping skills at that time. Perhaps you fall into addictive natures or things that don't really help you but suppress you. Perhaps you get advice to take medication to just make the symptoms go away, but as much as they go away, the problem is still there. And that's what we need to focus on, is the actual root problem of your symptoms and sensations that you're thinking and feeling. So how can you gain a grasp on them? And how did I? I mean, it was hard. It was hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, to break free of the symptoms that I was experiencing rather than giving into them and feeling sorry for myself. I had to take control of my life and say to myself that I'm worth enough to get past this, to figure things out, to work them out, to get back to a normal state, what I figure is a normal state of life, and to be able to progressively carry that on as I age. And it was so important for me to let go of feeling sad for myself, although it was very hard. I'm not saying it's a very easy thing to do, but at a certain point you have to decide, is this the way you're going to live, or do you want something different? And if you choose to want something different, then there's so many different ways to get past it. But as much as I had embraced all these different ways, there was one thing that made remarkable change, and that was getting into my mind. Because our mind creates these chemical releases within our body, and so whatever we're thinking in our head, whatever we get stressed about, or experiences that we've had, past trauma, events that maybe we didn't appreciate or like and made us feel uncomfortable, or past our boundaries, any of these things, the burdens that we feel, if you're in a constant state of thinking like this and in a negative pattern of thinking frequently, all the time, it's going to send these chemicals to your body and start slowing things down. Your organs shut down and don't work the same way as when you feel optimal. And this is just our prehistoric design. We weren't designed for this modern world where we deal with many onslaught of problems constantly and frequently. It's almost like we create our own problems. It could be so simple being human, but unfortunately there's so many entities that complicate it and make it so much harder. So we need to know how we can cope with these things and not allow it to affect us, so we can get control of the symptoms that we feel, so we can learn from them. We can gain a perspective and some insight in what's going on. And it all starts within our thoughts. And our thoughts are going to be the catalyst for everything else that happens within our lives. The events, the way we feel, our emotions, the decisions that we make. So this is something that should be your primary starting point of how you start your healing journey. And of course, always coupling it with other factors to be supportive measures while you're working through healing is incredibly important. So that means perhaps working with a naturopath, somebody that can help with your energy, acupuncture, cupping, massage therapy, maybe some reflexology, a nutritionist. It could be various amounts of people in all different facets to start learning about what your unique individual body needs. And I say that not lightly because we are so unique. Our bodies are all created differently, and we've experienced so many different things in life that truly, none of us are the same, and everything affects everyone differently. And we all show similar symptoms, but they've come from different places. So how can we give a one-size-fits-all treatment to everybody? It's impossible. We can't. It doesn't work that way. So that's my little spiel on that. But if you really want to get control of your symptoms, learn more about them, be interested, do some homework, do some research. Don't allow it to take control of your life. Learn about these things, and when you learn about them, you can take them to all these different professionals and start working through them. And again, it starts with what's going on in your head, your programming that's within there, your beliefs, your mind state, your emotions, your thinking, your perspective. All of these are within your mind. We just have to unlock them one at a time and really do some investigative work. So drop a comment below on some of the things, some of the symptoms that you're feeling. Maybe they're mental symptoms with your thoughts, things that are happening maybe in your head, dialogue that you're having, or whatever body sensations you're feeling that are debilitating you or causing you to be really stressed out in life and keeping you from living your best life. I hope you're able to get some value out of that today. I'll see you soon.